Welcome back to another episode of CFB Enthusiasts, guys. My name is Jimmy. That's Jacob. That's Patrick. Thank you all for joining us for another episode of the pod. Please go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. If you watch this on YouTube, follow us on TikTok and Instagram, CFB_enthusiasts. That's where you'll find a lot of our short form content. If you can't catch these full episodes, by the way, we're almost at 100 subscribers. I think we're at 92 last
Oh,
time I checked.
big.
So we're getting up there. We closing in on 100. So that would do us a lot of favors there. But today it is championship preview weekend. So we about to give y'all a rundown of these conference championship games. First, we're going to talk about the college football playoff ranking. Give y'all thoughts a little bit about that. We are going to do a full episode on these coaching hires and this coaching carousel, which has been absolutely crazy. We'll do that on Sunday, as the final bracket comes out for the CFP, and then we'll talk about CFP playoffs. But guys, let's hop right into this thing, man. Where should we start? Let's go with, you know what? Let's start off with the biggest game.
Tulane and
Number
UNT. Oh,
Stop. Bama, Georgia.
number 2 Indiana, number 1 Ohio State.
That's going to be a murder.
Really? Take it away.
Bro, Ohio State's just. That defense moves differently. They just. What Matt Patricia does, he runs his college defense like an NFL defense, right? So he spins the safeties, he shows all these coverages. He'll line up 7 and then run a cover 2, or he'll line up 4 on the line and blitz set. Like he does stuff that you don't see in college. So a lot of these college quarterbacks are like, whoa. Like Bryce Underwood, I get. Like I get why he is having fits. But they have, granted, I know their schedule wasn't very strong. Like they didn't play Oregon or Indiana or USC in the conference play. They beat Texas. They'll play Indiana now. But regardless of who you play, I feel like still giving up 7.3 points a game is impressive.
I think they're giving up 95 total points this season, 96.
You're telling your offense, hey, y'all just got to score a touchdown and kick a field goal and we'll win the game. But for me, what separates teams from others is obviously like line play always separates teams. But for me, one of the biggest things that separates elite teams from good teams is linebacker play. And they just might have the 2 best linebackers in football. And so that defense their defense flies around, they're physical, they punch you in the mouth. They don't really let you breathe, like, at all. Like, you don't get a chance to really breathe when you're playing that defense. Offensively, yeah, Sayan through the pick, but their physical offense, they've kind of gotten back to old school Ohio State, and where they're just going to pound the rock. They're just going to run the ball 40 times, and they're going to, with 2 or 3 different running backs, and they're just going to control the clock. You make a mistake on offense and they turn you over, they're going to score. They're going to capitalize. I think they do turn over Mendoza. I do. What Indiana does have going for them is it is in Indiana's backyard. It's in Indianapolis. I think it'll be a close game, but I think Ohio State wins by 14. I think Ohio State wins 31-17.
not close. Oh, that's fair. I like it. Interesting.
Go ahead.
I like it. I honestly couldn't disagree with you completely. More on absolutely everything you said. But
That's fair.
I mean, to the point. I do agree. Matt Patricia has a defense flying around. He's calling like it on NFL defense. They have the best linebacker duo. I think people are discrediting Indiana's defense and their linebacker trio and duo and their ability to get after the QB and their ability to fly around. I think people still see it as It's Indiana. They're ass. They're not good. They're Indiana. It's Indiana. It's Indiana. It's Indiana. Yeah, it's Indiana, but it's not the Indiana of 3 years ago or the entire history of college football up to 3 years ago. Like, it's a brand new Indiana. They're not scared of anybody.
Right.
That's fact.
They can play. They can play with anybody. I watched them walk in to Austin and beat Oregon. Like, that's not easy. They spread the ball around the field, but they can also run the ball down your throat. To me, it's going to be Matt Patricia versus Fernando Mendoza. When I watch Fernando Mendoza break down film and talk about plays and talk about defenses, he's probably the smartest QB since Andrew Luck. Like,
Urban Meyer was so impressed in that one clip.
He was.
They're on that same level. Like, I don't want to say, like, they're both incredibly smart.
Hey, he is from Cal. Cal's a
Yeah.
top-notch school. So
And he's in their engineering program engineering program. He's like a five GPA.
It's pretty
So
good.
it's just that having that ability helps you so much on the field. Like, he can break down coverages and defenses in the moment. So that's what's going to be exciting, just to see Matt Patricia scheming up defenses to stop Mendoza, and Mendoza scheming up his offense in the moment to outplay Patricia's defense. I think it's going to be a defensive battle. I really do. I mean, both teams have crazy defenses.
They're the top 2 scoring defenses in the country.
yeah.
7 points and 10 points.
And then we're third. I'm excited. I work till 6, and I honestly couldn't care less that I missed out other games. I really just want to watch this game. I mean, to me, I think people are just sleeping on. I know Indiana's number 2 in the nation, but I think they're still getting doubted because, like I said, it's Indiana. I've been on the hype train all year. Unfortunately, I had to keep rolling after they beat Oregon. But I think Indiana's going to prove that they arguably are the best team in the nation. And I think they'll win 27-20.
To your point about the running the ball, they average 246 passing yards a game, and they average 230 rush yards a game.
Yeah, I watched it happen against us. And we don't give up a lot of rush yards.
Yeah, they also haven't played on it.
This game is going to be really fucking interesting. Just from the simple fact that both of these teams were good last year.
Yeah.
When they matched up, but both of these teams are even better than last year. Last year's matchup, going back to think about it, I think it was 38-15 or something like that. That game broke open on special teams on 2 plays.
Yep.
So remember, Indiana scored on the first drive of the game, walked them down, scored. We're like, oh shit, they're for real. Ohio State ends up coming back scoring. It's 7-7 for the longest time, and Indiana muffs the punt. The punter muffs the punt. Ohio State gets the ball inside the 10 right before half. Boom, they punch it in. 14-7. Right out of half, Indiana has the ball 3 and out. Punts to Caleb Downs. Caleb Downs takes that punt return to the house. It's 21-7. All the momentum in the horseshoe, and the game was over. And they harassed Curtis Rourke. And I think what Pat, you said Curtis Rourke played all last year, like on a torn ACL, right?
Yeah. So he couldn't move. He wasn't mobile.
He wasn't mobile, and Ohio State punished him for it. This year, Fernando Mendoza is better than what Curtis Rourke was last year. He's more dynamic with his feet. He's deceptively athletic, which we say that a lot about a lot of guys, but it rings true for him. Indiana, I think, has more answers this year than they had last year. Last year, they're going to run the football, but then in the past game, it was kind of one-dimensional. They were just going to throw these one-on-one fades on the outside of Omar Cooper and Elijah Surratt, which can work against inferior competition, but against the elite guys at Ohio State, the elite athletes at Ohio State, not going to work as well, right? And they couldn't find success with that against Ohio State. And I feel like they could have, because Igbinosun, he gets happy with his hands a lot and grabs, and he gets a lot of pass interferences. But I feel like if you can attack one piece of that great Ohio State defense, it is the secondary.
Yeah.
And there's very few teams that have the guys to do it. I think Indiana does. So we're gonna see. I think Indiana's way more well balanced this year offensively. They can beat you in more ways. On the flip side, I think it's going to come down to Ohio State's run game. If they get it going with Bo Lamar Jackson and they start punishing you, because he's been more the bell cow recently.
Yeah,
If
over James Peoples.
Yeah, he over Peoples and Donaldson. Remember, he
Oh
was
yeah,
running
CJ.
back three to start.
Yeah.
He was running back three to start the season. So for him to work his way up and take over that spot, that role, it's gonna pay off big dividends for Ohio State. And I don't know if Indiana's gonna have enough to beat them in that aspect, man. Um, I think it's gonna be a closer game than we saw last year in the horseshoe, but I think Ohio State is just gonna have too much. Give me give me Ohio State. Yeah, I think it's gonna be close, but I think they're gonna pull away. I think they're gonna win 27-17, something like that.
So yeah, that's fair. I like it. So you'll
Yeah.
have Ohio State.
But one thing I really just want Indiana to play well more than anything. Like, I'm a fan of what I've seen from them over the past 2 years, but it still feels like you said, Pat, it still feels like the college football world just has this notion of like, okay, this is three and nine, like 3-9 Indiana, like we're used to seeing.
Which I
Like
totally
it's way
understand.
different day. Yeah,
Yeah, because they have. I mean, now the second most. Before this coming into the year, they had the most losses in college football history. So everybody's just known them as being ass, bro. But I mean, it's different.
yeah.
It's
So
funny that
I'm just looking for a good one.
Jimmy. It's funny you talked about the Bo Jackson thing. How he became the bell cow. I'll keep it quick. They talked about it on the Michigan game. How Ryan Day changed his outlook after last year. How he now expects to play 16 games every season, which is valid. And they were talking about how week one against Texas, he didn't even play. Ryan Day knew at some point he would be the guy, but he wanted to ease him into the season because it's a long season for him.
Right.
So
That makes sense.
I thought that was kind of interesting. So now, like at this point in the season, he's your lead back and he's fresher than everybody else.
Yeah. Real fast. Yeah, last year was 38-15. Indiana went up 7-0. Then Ohio State was up 31-7. And then Indiana scored 31-15. Then Ohio State scored 38-15.
Sounds about
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, they scored 28 points, 14 in the second, 14 in the third. Indiana scored none. So,
Big 12 championship. Number 11 BYU versus number 4 Texas Tech. For me, I feel like Bear Bachmeier and BYU aren't as polished in the pass game as they need to beat teams that have really good to elite defenses. I know he's been having a couple really good games recently through the air. I think that's fool's gold. I don't think I don't think they have enough weapons. I don't think they have enough firepower from Bachmeier to be able to consistently move the ball down the field against Texas Tech. Now,
yeah,
for BYU to win this game, I feel like it's going to have to be one of these games where it's super low scoring, and a team like Tech, who hasn't beaten themselves all year, they're going to have to start beating themselves, and BYU is going to have to start turning them over and pressuring Baron Morton and forcing him into some mistakes. I feel like that's the only pathway for BYU to win this game. On the flip side, bro, Texas Tech is so complete.
Yeah.
They're so complete as a team. Their weakest link is, I mean, maybe Baron Morton, but he hasn't even proven that to be true. He's been really good all year. Even when he got hurt, Will Hammond stepped in and he was really good. The run game of Jacoby Williams and Cameron Dickey, they can run the football effectively, create explosive plays. They have receivers on the outside, and their defense
Defense.
get after you, bro. David Bailey and Jacob Rodriguez, those guys hunt.
Romello
And
Height.
Romello Height, yeah,
Third best scoring defense in the country. They average 11.3 points a game.
I think they're third.
Yeah, they're third.
Yeah, third. Yeah, bro. I don't see BYU beating them, man. I don't. It might get away from BYU again too. I'm not gonna lie, but
Oh, it will.
give me Texas Tech to win. Uh, 30-20.
That's almost what mine is. I'm with you. I think Texas Tech wins. I think if BYU were to win the game, if BYU wins the game, they're going to have to control the clock. And which the last couple of games that they've played, they've done a good job of just feeding LJ Martin the ball. Like, he's been getting a steady number of carries. But if they're going to win this game, LJ Martin's going to have to run for over 200 yards, which I just don't see that happening.
Who the fuck is LJ Martin?
He's their running back, BYU's running back.
Oh.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
He is good. I think I'm sorry. I think Texas Tech has an argument to be said about being the most complete team in the country, just top to bottom. I think they have an argument to be in that discussion. I do. I think Tech is really good. I think it'll be, like you said, Jimmy, similar to the first game. Tech dominates top to bottom. I think it'll be 30-10. The first game was 29-7. I just think from start to finish, Tech just kind of dominates the game, kind of controls the pace of the game, kind of gets what they want on offense and gets what they want and get what they want on defense. So I think Tech just dominates the game and brings home the Big 12 title in their home state. Wreck 'em. Wreck 'em.
Hold on. Y'all keep going.
Pat, you're up.
Yeah, I think Tech wins. I think they beat BYU. I think the Big 12 is ass. I think Tech is too talented compared to the Big 12. So I think they'll have no issue for that. They'll be able to run the ball on BYU. BYU won't be able to do anything on their defense. But I think that'll be the last win that Texas Tech has on the year. But they'll win 34-17. They'll have a bye in the first round of the playoffs. And the second round, Oregon will match up with them and absolutely fuck them. Unbiased. But all jokes aside, Tech is good. I wouldn't say they're the most complete team in college football. But now I understand where you're coming from. I do. To me, I don't think a
I
Big
didn't say
12
that
team
was
can be.
complete.
You just said that when you were talking.
I said I think they have an argument to be in the discussion.
No, you said I think they're the most complete all-around team in the college football.
No, I said they have an argument to.
Run the tape.
I said I think they have an argument to be in the discussion. No, I think Ohio
Yeah,
State.
no, that's it's perfectly valid, but they don't. It's the Big 12.
Yeah, you can say the same about the Big 10.
All right. You say the same about the SEC as well. But it's, I think, yeah, I have Tech winning 34-17.
So all right, we all have Tech.
Clean sweep again. You know what that means.
It means Tech wins.
Low key, kind of hope. I kind of hope BYU wins for the sake of the playoffs. I don't want to see Miami. I'm not even gonna say anything. I don't want to.
Miami's not making it.
I was say, yeah, I don't think they're gonna make it either. But you already know that we're gonna have these little people talking about Miami in the comments. Like, bro, shut up.
Oh yeah, we'll touch on a minute, but Miami fans are fucking idiots. But let's move along. All right, let's get this out the way. This bullshit title game. Duke versus 17 Virginia. Does Duke stand a chance? I mean, they're not good.
They're not, bro.
I think okay, let me take it back. They stand a chance just because of everything we fucking saw in the ACC through the course of the regular season. We thinking, okay, Miami's gonna run through this damn conference. They lose 2 games. We're like, okay, Georgia Tech gonna run through the conference. They lose 2 games. Louisville, because they beat Miami, they're gonna take hold of the conference and they fall off a cliff. Pitt, oh my gosh, Pat Narduzzi cares about these SEC games, but not the Notre Dame game. They lose. So I don't know what the hell to believe in the ACC. But I will say Virginia has been really consistent this year. They've been the only team that's resembled any type of consistency. With Chandler Morris, um, I mean Duke has a pretty good offense with Darian Mensah. They can put up points, but they get in their own way more often than not. So they're not a well disciplined team. So I think Virginia, being the team that they are, they're going to take advantage of that. I'm I'm not sure how this game's gonna go, but I think Virginia will win.
I like that. I have literally in my notes. I wrote, I guess UVA wins 23-13. I wasn't even really gonna. I think at the end of the day,
Darian
this is,
Mensah's your boy, though.
and that's what I was trying to find. I'm trying to find my preseason pod. I have them as my. I had them as my preseason ACC champ. So, be cool to predict that correct. Um, but that would cause absolutely mayhem for the playoffs.
Duke lost to 2 Group of 5 teams this year.
And if Duke wins, they don't even get in the playoffs. 2 group of 5 teams get in. Which is crazy.
Duke also lost to Virginia.
So,
oh yeah, they played earlier. Yeah, that is another rematch.
They played. They played 3 weeks ago. Virginia beat them 34-17.
Oh, that game was. No, that was the Clemson game. Never mind. See the pass interference. But yeah, I mean, I think UVA will win. I think Chandler Morris is good. Is probably the best QB in that conference this year. I think if he has to take over the game, he'll take over the game. But man, I don't know. I guess UVA 23-13. Fuck, I know.
I'm gonna go off the first game, and I'm gonna say Virginia wins 34-17.
Carbon copy.
Nah, it'll be 30-10. Nah, it'll be 34-17. Fuck it. Why not? Sorry, screw it. Why not?
Dude, you can't be saying that.
Okay, can we? Let me ask this question. I think this is more interesting. Virginia wins. They make it into the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Are we just wiping them off automatically, no matter who the hell they play? Do they stand a chance against any of those teams they might be playing?
No,
because they're going to be 11.
Because as of right now, at 11, they're going to go play Ole Miss, and Ole Miss will wipe the floor with them.
I don't know.
I don't think they stand a chance against anybody.
I don't either. Because whether they're 11 or 12 means they're going to Ole Miss or to Oregon, and either one would wax the floor with them.
Yeah, I mean, I have to look at it like you gotta. So let's say they play Ole Miss. Look at the QBs. Ole Miss has the upper hand. Look at the running backs. Ole Miss has the upper hand. Look at the
Yeah, they're gonna
defense.
play Ole Miss more
Ole
than
Miss
likely.
has the upper hand. Look at everything. I agree. Wipe them off. Yeah, no. The 11 and 12 seed are just getting in for the sake of the playoffs, which is why I hate it. Put in Vanderbilt and put in UT and let the 12th best teams
UT.
play.
Yeah.
I have a point I want to make at the end about the college football playoff in general, but we'll save that. We'll save that. Um, uh, SEC title game, death taxes, death taxes, and Georgia versus Alabama.
This game
Number 3 Georgia versus number 9 Alabama. A rematch from earlier in the year. I think Bama won that game 24-21 or something like that. They had a
Yeah.
flawless first half where
right?
I think they completed a bunch of third downs in that game. I don't know how sustainable that's going to be this time around, but I think they started 8 for 8 on third down in that game at Georgia. Can someone pull up like what their third down percentage was?
Bama was
But
thir-
I will say
Bama was 13 of 19 on third down.
that's not sustainable. I mean, that's really good, but what's the likelihood you get anywhere near that again?
36 minutes of possession, 0 turnovers, 25 first downs.
Yeah. And hey,
Georgia had
that's
17 first downs, 1 turnover, 2 of 8 on third down, and they had 24 minutes of possession.
so they dominated the ball, but this is gonna. I don't know how this game's gonna go. Well, I know how this game's gonna go. I don't know who's gonna win. I know how this game's gonna go. It's gonna come down to the damn wire.
Bro, what the fuck?
You don't agree with that? That's how I have it.
No. I'm looking at the injury report.
Who's out?
Well, Jam Miller and Josh Cuevas are both questionable for Bama.
Yeah, Josh Davis didn't play last week. He didn't
Yeah.
play the last 3 weeks.
Jam got hurt in the Auburn game.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've been saying this all year long about Alabama. Alabama fans have gone on to me. That's fine. They're too one-dimensional to win a national championship.
Oh, what?
Both
Yeah.
these teams are.
Way too one-dimensional. They can't run the ball effectively. They can't convert third and fourth and shorts without doing some crazy shit.
Yeah.
Without giving the ball to Caden Proctor or giving to Jeremy Bernard out of the backfield, or they go play action. Like they just can't run the ball straight up, get a yard, move on, move the chains. But Ty Simpson and his play has dipped a little bit since that game. He's going to need to play a lot better than he has been playing recently. In order for them to beat Georgia the second time, because I think Kirby and Gunn Schumann are going to come with their adjustments. It was CJ Allen on the report, or he's
He's
good.
fine. He
Okay,
wasn't on
I'm
the
not sure if he
report, but
played against Georgia Tech.
he did.
I, I knew he was banged up, but uh, yeah, I think Georgia's gonna have their way. And hey, check this out. Now thinking about it, Auburn, a team with no offense all of the whole year, right? They had some success against Alabama. Where did that success come from?
Quarterback
Ashton
running.
Daniels' legs.
Yep.
So
My
Gunner
boy Gunner can
Stockton,
move. He can move too.
Gunner can move. Now they won't call much design shit for him. They'll sprinkle it here and there into the offense, but when things break down, he's able to scramble and get some yards with his legs. And this is something Alabama's been struggling with all year long. Who do they play week 1?
Florida State.
Oh,
The little
it
man
hurt him.
himself.
It hurt him. Yeah. That Vandy game, they won comfortably 30-14, but Pavia hurt him. Pavia just had 2 red zone picks. So they're moving the ball. They just can't finish because Pavia was turning the ball over.
That's what he does.
Yeah.
And even Sellers have some success too. But I think Georgia's gonna win.
Oh yeah.
I think Georgia's gonna avenge their loss. I can't see Kirby losing um, to Bama twice in the same season. Obviously, we've known his well documented struggles. He's never lost to them twice in the same season when they've played like in the championship game or the playoff, or they play in the regular season, then they play in the championship game. He'll split that. But yeah, I think they'll get it done. What's going to make this game so great too? It's how battle tested both of these teams are. Georgia, we know they're impossible to kill. You're not going to kill. You're not going to kill Georgia. They're not going to lay down. They're not going to go away. And Bama on the flip side, they went through a stretch where they played 5 ranked teams in a row, and some of those games got real testy, down to the wire. So, and they just played the Iron Bowl, where they went for it on 4th down and 4th and goal when they didn't really need to, and then the Oklahoma game was really tight. So it's going to be a war of attrition, but I think Georgia returns the favor, and they'll win it by a field goal.
How does that commercial go? Oh yeah. Shake 'em. You know how I feel about Georgia. I think they're the best team in the country. I think Kirby's the best coach in the country. To your point about they don't quit. Like they don't stop. They don't stop. They don't stop. I touched on it before the Texas game, and I think it'll happen again in this game. I think Kirby's gonna do something out of nowhere again with his wizardry to just flip the game. Like whether it's a fake punt. Honestly, I'm gonna say it. They're gonna fake a punt. They're gonna fake a punt. Kirby's gonna fake a punt, get their first down, and that's gonna flip the game. So that's what he
exactly
does.
what flipped the game in our game.
Exactly.
In the SEC championship game, they did a fake punt.
Oh yeah, last year they did. It's what he does. He finds ways to win. To your point, he's not gonna lose to Bama twice. Like this isn't Saban's Bama, and I think he's a much better coach than DeBoer.
Oh, what? Yeah, absolutely, bro. Kalen DeBoer is not. Yes, he's way better.
Hey, Kalen DeBoer owns Oregon.
Oh, that was a
What'd
low blow.
It. I didn't hear it.
Georgia's
This duck hunting season for him.
Georgia's run game the last couple of weeks has gotten really, really good. Like they've gotten to the point to where they're dominating you with the run game, and that's setting up Stockton with the pass. Like I'm looking at it right now, Georgia averages 190 yards on the ground, so they can run the ball, and they do it with multiple guys. Well, just the one interesting piece for me in this one is the fact that Jake Bobo's season might be over. And that's a big
his hand, right?
Yeah, that's their center, Jake Bobo, Mike Bobo's son. But
I said Jake Pope.
We saw it against Georgia Tech. The backup center stepped in and he played well. And with Gunner's leadership and the O-line having all the snaps under their belt, I think he'll be fine. I do. If Bobo can't go. Yeah, and Georgia's defense, they're healthy. They weren't healthy against Bama in the first game. And they're finally healthy. They finally have all their pieces back. So it lets Kirby and Glenn match mix and match and play chess on defense. It's in Georgia's backyard. Obviously, it's in Atlanta. So I think Georgia starts off fast. I do. And I think once they start off, they don't stop. I think Georgia wins. I'm going to say 30-21. I think Georgia wins. So by 9 points. And they clinch it and they get a bye and they go in the playoffs. And then it's, what does the committee do with Alabama?
They drop them and put UT in.
Dude, UT's like the 5th team up.
UT is literally 13. So they could.
Yeah.
Why should a 10-3 Bama who just lost get in over a 9-3 UT? Same.
I didn't say they should.
So you think
I would
Vandy
put
should be?
They're not going to punish you for losing the
I would
conference
put
title game.
Miami, BYU, or Notre Dame in at that point.
I want Vanderbilt in the fucking playoffs. I want Diego Pavia to hoist the Heisman and lose the Natty to Oregon. That's what I want.
Literally, if they get that onside kick against us, they're probably gonna end up winning the game.
Or if they don't start out slow as shit.
Who?
Yeah.
Vanderbilt went down like 21-0 against Texas and lost by 3.
Where was I? I was out of town. Where was I? I was here. I don't know. Was I? I don't know. Either way, bro. I just wish.
Pat, you're up on the game.
So like I said, I think people are sleeping on Indiana. Say that's the wrong game, bro. Jimmy mentioned Bama owns Kirby Smart, right? So I think at some point Kirby has to fight back and flip the switch. Gonna be a defensive battle. But I don't know if it's just me. I'm not. You guys are SEC guys. I like SEC. It's cool. But that's not. I'm kind of tired of this matchup. We see it every year.
Yeah, it's the crown jewels of
right?
football.
Yeah, but this is going to be a sloppy, ugly win. I don't think either one of these teams wins a natty or can win a natty, but that's beyond the point. But I think UGA, they can just run the ball. They have a nice duo, 1,200 total yards between their two backs, but they can't pass. Their leading receiver is 690 yards, and Gunnar Stockton is 53rd in passing yards. So, I don't know. I'm interested because they're two completely opposite teams. And then Ty Simpson is 19th in the nation in passing yards, but Bama's leading rusher is 490 yards. So, I think if Georgia can just run the damn ball and keep Bama from converting 13 first downs, if they can take away Ty Simpson's passing ability, Bama wins the game real easy. If they force Bama to run the ball, or Ty Simpson to run because he can't throw, they'll win the game. They're not going to score a lot of points. Georgia's not going to line up the scoreboard. They don't do that. But they'll just run the ball, play defense, and control the clock. Kirby Smart is probably the best coach in America. So he'll, at some point, DeBoer will get figured out. So I have Bama winning 23-17. And I won't get to watch a single second of this game because I'll be at work.
You have Bama winning?
What did I say?
You said you have Bama winning 23-17.
Yeah, I've seen if you're paying attention. I really have Georgia winning 23-17. Yeah, no, I just think Georgia.
So you got Georgia.
I do. I have Georgia. I apologize. Yeah, Georgia is just going to run the ball, control the clock, and that's the game. If Jam Miller is out, the game is done. He's Bama's leading rusher at 493 yards. 190.
Honestly, think Daniel Hill's better
The best
better
back.
for it.
Yes. He has.
He's not bad. They just can't create explosive plays in the run game.
But that's the thing is, neither one of those running backs are explosive backs. They're just hit the hole to get 3 or 4
Power.
yards and fall forward. Yeah.
And it's crazy too, because like they'll run the ball on first down and get like 5 yards, and it's 2nd and 5, and then Ryan Grubb calls 2 dumbass pass plays, and then they punt. Like their play calling makes 0 sense to me.
Yeah, I'm looking. Yeah, Jeremy Miller
Yeah.
averages 4 yards. Kevin Riley 4 yards. Daniel Hill 3.8. A.K. Deer 8.1 yards per carry. He has 16 carries for 130 yards and 3 touchdowns. He's our third leading. He's tied for their second leading rusher in touchdowns on 16 carries. He's averaging 8.1 yards a carry. At some point, you got to give him the ball.
Those are probably empty calories against Eastern Illinois.
He got a lot against Florida State too.
Oh yeah, he did play early.
I can look. I have his game log right
That is
here.
true.
Yeah. I'm dead as fuck, bro. He didn't. He got 9 carries for 45 yards and 2 touchdowns versus EIU, Eastern Illinois.
Shout out
and
to
2
Tony Romo.
catches. Facts.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
And Jimmy Garoppolo. Auburn,
Yeah.
he has 1 catch for 6 yards. Huh?
I just said the Jimmy G right before you.
No, we said at the same time. Wisconsin, he had 2 and 9, and then Louisiana Monroe, he had 5 for 76 and 1. So, never mind.
The only plays
But
against the
still.
ass teams.
No, yeah, it was his. He brought his red shirt against Louisiana Monroe, but I mean against Auburn by playing. That was his 5th game.
Guys, what do y'all think about the playoffs? The playoff bracket, no, the playoff rankings that just came out. Because there were some things in there that just didn't make any sense to me. Like Notre Dame, like they put Bama above Notre Dame because they were impressed by Bama going for it on 4th down against a 5-win Auburn team.
For what it's worth, Bama being ahead of Notre Dame, I have no issue with.
I have no issue with it, but the reasoning behind it doesn't make sense.
Oh, it doesn't. They're gonna find.
But I think they're trying to overcorrect from what they should have done before.
I think they're just gonna find some reason every year to put Bama in the playoffs because it's Bama.
I mean, me personally, I think Bama's in. I think if they lose their title game and Notre Dame and Miami aren't playing this week, why does Bama get punished for it? Because
why does BYU get
they're in.
No, BYU's not in it right now, anyways. But
yeah,
right. But if they both lose, why should Bama at 10-3 make it over 11-2 BYU?
No, personally, I think BYU should be 10. I think Notre Dame and Miami should both be out, and Bama 9, BYU 10. And to that point, if let's just say Bama does lose and they drop out of the playoffs, I think that'll set a precedent, and we might start seeing teams opt out of conference championship games if they're going to now be told, hey, if you lose, you get risk.
Yeah, it brings down the value of it.
You can't set that precedent because now you're being punished for being rewarded for being good in your conference.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this.
And that's not
Let me
right.
ask you this, though. Let me ask you this. I agree. I do agree. If Bama loses, they have to. They drop to what? 11?
No, they probably just stand.
Because you now have the ACC champ. You put the ACC champ and a group of at least put the ACC champ ahead of them at 10.
I mean, either way,
so you have Bama 11.
I don't think it matters where they're whether placed. I think it just matters that they get in.
Virginia's,
But I still wouldn't put
yeah,
Virginia
no
or
shot.
UNC
Virginia
ahead of
jumps
them.
them.
If anything,
No,
they
that's
could maybe
no.
put
They're at
like
17.
if anything, they could maybe flip them and Notre Dame. But
I don't know.
But
I'm
we
just
would have to
thinking
see what
about.
happens with
I'm not.
BYU.
Oh,
I'm
I
really
guess
interested to
Virginia.
see.
Do it.
Oh, go.
No, I say, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Virginia wouldn't jump 8 spots in the rankings.
Oh
So
yeah, no.
honestly, let's just rewind everything I said and just. I agree with If Bama loses, they shouldn't be punished and missing the playoffs. They should still get in.
here's Jimmy to the playoff point. Here's an interesting point that Joel Klatt talked about. BYU loses. Let's just say they lose to Tech, right? So let's say Miami's now at 11. If you have Miami at 11 and Notre Dame at 10, they have to flip flop. They have to.
Yeah.
Just because to this point, if they don't, if BYU loses and Miami's now 11 and Notre Dame's 10, and they don't flip flop, then they're basically telling us head to head doesn't matter for the playoffs, but it matters for the ranking because they have Texas ahead of Vanderbilt because of head to head, but you have Miami behind Notre Dame. So head to head, you can't pick or choose when it matters. It either matters or it doesn't matter.
Facts. That's what he was talking about when it came to the criteria of these rankings. What the hell is the first criteria? It should be head to head because that's how we rank everything in every fucking sport.
And
NBA, NFL, head to head takes precedent.
And to that point too, every tiebreaker in every league is head to head.
Head to head.
That is the tiebreaker number one in every league, every sports league, every division is head to head.
So if I'm a Miami fan, I'm fucking pissed right now because of that point.
Yeah,
Because we shouldn't even be in this predicament.
I'd be pissed too, but I think they're in a good spot to jump Notre Dame. I think JD Pickle kind of touched on it. I think when they lost that second game and the committee dropped them to 19, I think the committee put them at 19 thinking, oh, Miami will lose a third game and they'll be out and we won't have this problem. And Miami just kept winning and winning and winning, and now the committee's like, well, shit. And to the point, too, like Notre Dame, if you look at the two best teams Notre Dame has played, the two best teams on their schedule, they lost to. Like, that has to count for something.
It
Notre
does.
Dame's overrated. Yo, who said that? Who said that? Yeah, no, I agree. I don't even think Notre Dame should be in the playoffs in the first place. As much as I dog on Miami, as much as I dog on Miami and Mario. What? What'd you say?
So
I don't even think Miami should be in. Personally, I think Notre Dame should be 10, Miami should be 11, and BYU should be 10. But that's just me personally.
But okay, so there's a possibility they're both left out, Notre Dame and Miami.
Yeah, if BYU
because
and Bama, if
BYU wins,
both win, if Bama and BYU both win, Notre Dame and Miami are both out.
And then Virginia, and then Tulane.
UNT, Tulane. Which is honestly,
so that's what the committee should hope for.
Like, that's the best case scenario for the playoffs too. It's like at that point, I think you have the best 10 teams, and then ACC group of 5.
No, that can't happen. Can't happen. Oregon cannot have a bye.
Why?
Okay, Pat, what about this? I know you hate the group of 5 getting in, right?
Nah, honestly,
they're probably not going to change that.
I say I don't mind that. It's UNT or Tulane. One of them, I'd be okay with getting in.
Yeah, and they're both ranked at this point.
No, yeah, like, they're both ranked and they're both 10-2. They both have winner of the conference is going to be 11-2. They'll have the same record as BYU and one more win than Notre Dame and Miami.
No. UNT's 11-1.
They are. Only
Yeah,
lost to
Right.
South
UNT.
Florida.
Yeah, that was their one loss, and I think
So
UNT
hear me
wins
out. Hear me.
anyways because John Summerall.
You stop.
Oh, because John Summerall is not coaching Tulane.
Oh, right. So it should go. Bama should
I thought he
say
was.
9.
Huh.
Nah, he's not.
Oh.
Yeah, Bama 9, BYU 10.
Well, neither is Eric Morris, right?
Yeah, no, he
Nah,
is.
he's coaching.
Eric Morris is finishing the season. You always know when a coach is finishing the season or not. Because, for example, John Summerall did his press conference with Florida. He's already there. Eric Morris is finishing the season.
Which
Oh,
tells me
wow.
two things.
I didn't know that.
Tells me two things. Two things. One, John Summerall knows he's got to start recruiting at Florida. 2, Eric Morris knows his entire team is coming with him to Oklahoma State. But let me ask you, Bama loses, they say 9. Maybe even drop to 10. No, they say 9.
Depends.
Why should BYU drop out? They should still be in the playoffs at 11-2. They have a better record than Notre Dame still, and they lost in their title game.
They're not
Yeah,
in
but
as it is, though.
they're not in right now.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
11
Why
is-
is Notre Dame in over them?
Right. I agree with you. That's what I was saying. I think BYU should be ahead of Notre Dame right now. I do. I think if they played right now, BYU wins.
I agree.
I think Notre Dame wins, but
I was
that's not
gonna
the
say I
point
think
with
Notre Dame wins,
the ranking.
but
I think Notre Dame blows the doors off them.
That's honest.
yeah.
Honestly,
So I was gonna say, never
like,
mind.
honestly,
I honestly
Notre Dame
see it.
does beat
I
them.
think Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame would beat them like 34-13. So I get it. I get it. I get it. That's fair.
I mean,
Did we pick the UNT and Tulane game? Are we talking about it or no?
no.
We didn't. I forgot about it.
I mean, we all have UNT, I think.
I'm throwing it up. I think Jimmy has Tulane. Throwing it up. I think this is what they did, right?
I might have Tulane.
I would have picked Tulane
going
if the
Tulane.
fact that John Summerall wasn't there.
Why don't you? Who cares? You're picking, or you can pick Ole Miss to win their first round.
I think that's completely different.
Is it?
Yeah. Just because the difference between Ole Miss coaching and Tulane coaching is drastic. I think a head coach of John Summerall's stature being at Tulane did a lot for Tulane while he was there. Like, there's a reason none of his Tulane staffers are going with him to Florida. Like, to me, that's a big telling point.
It might be. He told them all. They might be. He told them all, I want you to all to finish off the season. He made it clear in his press conference he wants all of them to finish off the season. Like, he might be, but he doesn't hire anybody.
Well, he also made it clear that at this point in his career, he doesn't hire his friends and hire off based off who he's been with. He's gonna go get the best coaches for the SEC.
Well, yeah, that obviously makes sense. But,
That's fair. I like that.
yeah,
I
like
agree.
that.
Yeah.
Guys,
Yeah,
any
trivia
other
or
last
no?
things before we hop off?
Do you have a trivia? Or no?
Yeah. I was excited for it. I don't have one.
This isn't really a trivia, but I just thought it was funny. Did y'all see what Virginia Tech had at their signing day ceremony today? What their dessert was?
Yeah, the crumble cookies.
They had crumble cookies. And the crumble cookie CEO is a huge BYU donor, and he paid to help keep Sione Taki as the head coach there over Penn State. He paid that. He helped pay his contract yesterday.
Well, not
Wow.
only
So Penn State had in mind, they thought it was almost a done deal to get him for BYU, and the Crumble CEO was like, I guess I got
yeah.
it. get up off my couch and do something.
What the crumbled guy did was he flew to BYU and he met with Kalani and a couple of other boosters, and they promised him an NIL budget that's going to rival Texas Tech in the Big 12. So,
Which is fair. I would honestly stay because he can recruit well. He can recruit well.
oh, he's a dude.
And
He's
he's a
an
good talent
elite coach.
developer.
I really like him.
But speaking of Virginia Tech, I was wrong earlier. James Franklin did not take, what'd I say, 6 guys from Penn State, 5 guys from Penn State.
He took 9, didn't he?
James Franklin, Virginia Tech saw its class skyrocket with new coach James Franklin, bringing 11 former Penn State commits to his new school, and they currently have the 22nd ranked class at Virginia Tech. So 11 guys that were committed to Penn State flipped, and are now going to Virginia Tech.
Think about it too. James Franklin has had all this time to simply recruit, not coaching,
Yep.
just simply recruiting.
Yes. I saw him talking about today.
And Pennsylvania is not that far from Virginia.
No.
Not at all. And that's what a lot of them said. A lot of them said they were going because it's because of James Franklin, so he's able to still recruit his hotbed. And I saw him talk about it. He doesn't have a staff right now. He told all these guys, like, I don't know who your position coach is going to be. I don't know who's going to be at your position on the roster come spring ball when you get there. Like, I can't promise you any of that. But you're obviously going to have, like, a spot on the team, and they all... Because he doesn't have a staff. He doesn't know who's transferring. He doesn't know any of that. But they're committing because of him, which is fair. He sends guys to the NFL when he wins, so I get it. It's just crazy. I thought that shit was crazy. 11. That's half the class.
All right, y'all. That's gonna wrap it up. For the conference championship edition of the pod, the CFB Enthusiasts podcast. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, almost at 100 subscribers. So, be that lucky person that, gets the 100 sub. But follow us on Instagram and TikTok, CFB_enthusiasts. That's where you'll find a lot of our short form content if you're not able to catch the full episodes like this one. Other than that, I'm Jimmy. That's Pat. That's Jacob. We out.
Peace. I'm looking right now.
Put us in the playoffs.